What if I told you that check engine light, that rough idle, those windows that won't roll up, that radio that says code, that traction control light, and even that sluggish acceleration don't need a mechanic? Today I'm showing you 11 car reset tricks your mechanic will never tell you about. All free, all easy, all doable in your driveway. Stick around for trick number 1. I call it the everything reset because it fixes 99% of all car problems. The odometer button diagnostic menu trick your check engine light is on. But you don't want to pay a mechanic $150 just to read the code. In many vehicles, especially older Toyotas, Hondas, and Chevrolets from the early 2000s, on that odometer reset button on your dashboard can talk to your car's computer. Get in the driver's seat, insert the key but don't start the engine. Find the odometer button, press and hold it down firmly. While holding it, turn the key to on dashboard lights on, engine off. Keep holding. The check engine light will start blinking, then stop and turn off completely, usually within about 10 seconds. Release the button and start the car normally. You just force the onboard computer to recalibrate, like restarting a glitchy home computer. On some models, it even unlocks hidden diagnostic menus for ABS, traction control, and airbags. If something's genuinely broken, the light comes back. This only clears temporary glitches. Now that light's sorted, here's something even simpler. You don't even need to touch a button for this one. The ignition key cycling trick. Sometimes the check engine light pops up after a minor hiccup, a stall, a brief electrical glitch, and you don't want to disconnect the battery because that wipes your radio presets and clock. Insert the key, turn it to on dashboard lights on, engine off, then back to off. Repeat that on off on sequence 3 to 5 times. Then start the car normally. You're waking up the computer, forcing the ECU to recheck all its systems, like restarting a glitchy phone. It's gentler than disconnecting the battery and won't touch your presets or clock. It works best on temporary sensor hiccups, not every situation. Next, I'll show you how to reset the computer without touching the battery at all. The ECU fuse pull. You want to reset the computer without losing your radio presets or your clock and without disconnecting the battery. Instead, pull one tiny fuse the surgical approach. Find your fuse box, usually one under the dash near your left knee, another under the hood. Check the diagram inside the cover for the ECU fuse, labeled EXEM, engine, or PCM. Use a fuse puller, often clipped inside the cover, or pliers, and pull it out. Now wait 10 to 15 minutes. This lets residual power drain from the computer's capacitors, which hold a charge even after the fuse is pulled. After the wait, reinsert the fuse, turn the ignition to on for a few seconds, then start the engine. Make sure you pull the correct fuse. Your manual's fuse diagram will confirm it. Pulling the wrong one can cause other problems. Next, let's fix sluggish throttle response with no tools at all. The accelerator pedal position sensor relearn. If your car feels sluggish after disconnecting the battery or cleaning the throttle body, poor throttle response. Rough idle. The accelerator pedal position sensor needs to relearn the pedal's full range of motion. With the engine off, put the transmission in park or neutral for manual. Turn the ignition to on without starting the engine. Press the accelerator pedal all the way to the floor and hold it there for 10 to 20 seconds. Release the pedal, turn the ignition to off, wait a few seconds, then start the car normally. This matters most after battery disconnects or throttle body cleaning, since those jobs can confuse the computer. If it doesn't work the first try, repeat it. Some vehicles are picky about timing. Next, something that might save you a transmission rebuild. The transmission adaptive learning reset rough. Hunting shifts after a battery disconnect or after someone else drove your car and it picked up their habits, can often be fixed without a $300 transmission service. Your transmission control module remembers how you accelerate and brake, and that memory can get corrupted. Turn the ignition to on. Engine off. Floor the brake pedal and the accelerator pedal at the same time, holding both down. The check engine light may start blinking. That's normal. Keep holding until the blinking stops, around 10 blinks. Turn the ignition off, then back to on within 5 seconds, still holding both pedals. Release both pedals, wait a couple of minutes, then start the engine. Drive gently for the first 10 minutes, keeping RPMs low so the transmission relearns your driving style. This procedure varies by manufacturer. Audi differs from Ford, Mercedes from Mazda. If it doesn't work, you may need a scan tool. Next, fixing power windows that lost their auto-up function. The power window auto-up relearn after disconnecting or replacing the battery. A window that won't go up with one touch is an easy 30-second fix with no tools. Turn the ignition to on only. Roll the window all the way down and keep holding the button even after it hits the bottom for 5 to 10 seconds. Then roll it all the way up and keep holding the button past the top for another 5 to 10 seconds. Release. Test the auto-up. It should work now. Repeat for every window that lost the function. Some vehicles need a 15-second hold instead. If it doesn't work, try holding longer or check your manual. Next, something that could save you from a dangerous situation. The steering angle sensor calibration after an alignment, a tie rod replacement, or suspension work. A traction control or stability control light that stays on usually just needs the steering angle sensor recalibrated. Park on a completely level surface. This matters, or the default position will be wrong. Turn the key to on, engine off. Turn the steering wheel all the way left, then all the way right, slowly and smoothly. Repeat that full left-right sweep 3 times total, then return the wheel to dead center. Turn the key off, remove it, wait a few seconds, then restart. You've just taught the sensor where straight ahead is, so stability and traction control know where center is. If this manual method doesn't work, try disconnecting the battery first. If the light stays on after driving a few miles, there may be a genuine hardware issue needing a shop visit. Next, a fix for a tire pressure headache. The tire pressure monitoring system (TPM) reset tires correctly inflated, but the light stays on. The TPM system needs to be told the tires are fine. It doesn't know automatically. Turn the ignition to on, engine off. Find the TPM's reset button, often under the steering wheel, in the glove compartment, or near the fuse box. Press and hold it for 5 to 10 seconds. The tire pressure light should flash 3 to 5 times. When it does, release the button. Start the car and let it idle for about 20 minutes, then drive 2 to 3 kilometers, roughly 1.5 to 2 miles, to let the system fully recalibrate. If the light flashes continuously instead, that usually means a TPM sensor's battery has died. They last 5 to 10 years, and the sensor needs replacing. There's no reset for that. Next, something that might save you a dealer visit. The radio anti-theft unlock. A radio stuck on code or locked after a battery disconnect doesn't mean a dealer trip. The anti-theft system locks the radio to deter thieves and you. First, check your owner's manual, the glove box, and any original paperwork. The code is often on a small card or sticker, sometimes inside the manual itself. Can't find it? Turn the ignition to on, engine off, and press and hold the radio's power button for at least 20 seconds. This can prompt it to accept a code. If it asks for one, enter it using the preset number buttons, 1 through 5 or 6. Carefully, still lost the code? Get it free from the manufacturer's website using your VIN and the radio's serial number, often on a sticker on the unit itself or found by pressing certain buttons. Check your manual. Be careful. Enter the wrong code too many times, and the radio can lock permanently, requiring a dealer to fix it. The full capacitor drains. Sometimes a simple battery disconnect isn't enough, because backup power sources keep certain modules active. Touching the battery cables together forces every capacitor in the system to fully discharge. The most thorough reset you can do without a scanner. Turn the ignition to lock and remove the key. Disconnect the negative battery cable first, then the positive. Touch the positive and negative cables together away from the battery terminals, never directly on them, and hold for about 30 seconds. Wait another minute or two to let everything fully drain. Reconnect the positive cable first, then the negative. Turn the ignition to on, engine off, and leave it there for 60 seconds before starting the engine. This resets everything: radio presets, clock, window positions, driving habits, so be ready to redo your radio code and window relearns. But when you need a truly thorough reset, this is the one. The complete throttle body and ECU relearn: rough idle, stalling at stops, poor throttle response, hesitation, high idle. A check engine light that keeps returning. This last reset handles all of it. After a battery disconnect, throttle body cleaning, or engine work, the ECU's learned values get out of sync, and this full relearn recalibrates everything. It takes more time, but it's worth it. Get the engine to full operating temperature, put the transmission in park, set the parking brake, and turn everything off: AC, lights, defroster, radio. Turn the ignition to on without starting it, and let it sit for 60 seconds so the throttle sweep and ECU recognize the fully closed position. Turn it off, wait another 60 seconds, then start the engine without touching the accelerator. Let it idle undisturbed for 3 to 5 minutes. Now add loads, hold the brake and turn on the AC or highest blower speed for 2 minutes. Then add headlights and the rear defogger for another 2 minutes. Turn the engine off for 60 seconds, restart without touching the accelerator, and let it idle 2 to 3 more minutes to confirm stability. Finally, drive gently for 10 to 15 minutes. Include a few complete stops, light throttle launches, cruising at 45 to 60 miles per hour, and a few closed throttle decelerations from about 40 miles per hour to a stop. If idle hunting, stalling, or a code returns afterward, there may be a genuine mechanical issue. This reset only fixes software glitches, not a broken sensor or vacuum leak. But for 99% of drivability problems, it does the trick. And there you have it, 11 reset tricks that can save you hundreds of dollars. No expensive scanners, no dealer visits. Just you, your car, and a little know-how. If this video helped you, hit that thumbs up and subscribe, and let me know in the comments which reset worked for you.